AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
The average 30-year fixed rate is the highest it's been in 23 years, but low overhead AccuNet still has some special 30-year fixed rate money for first-time Wisconsin homebuyers at a rate of 6.625%. That's right, 6.625 on a 30-year fixed with an APR as low as 6.8 with as little as 3% down. Household income limits apply and vary by household size and the county in which your new home is located. Now, you might be thinking this is too good to be true, but it is true, and it gets even a little better. AccuNet can also provide a 10-year fixed second mortgage at an APR of 6.625 to cover the minimum 3% down payment and closing costs. First-time buyers in today's market have an advantage. You don't have a home to sell, and the housing market is a little less competitive all of a sudden, too. Hear that sound? That's opportunity knocking. Answer the door and click on the blue button today at AccuNet.com for your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval. That's ACCUNET.com.
It wasn't the Ice Age that wiped out the dinosaurs. It was these guys.
Spins around him and goodness gracious, takes it all out on that rim. One-hand slam. The Greek Freak right through the heart of the defense.
The Bucks are in Toronto to give the Raptors a cold shoulder. Starting tonight at 5:30 on the home of your Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
6 a.m. I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Wednesday, November 1st. Our top story started the month with a blanket of snow.
I'm Eric Bilstead. A stunning admission from a teenager accused of killing a child.
I'm Brandon Snide. The Packers' rebuild continues on as they send off a key piece of their defense.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and we are starting off with about 6 different accidents up on the board right now. 41 north and southbound closed at Holy Hill Road because of a crash, actually 2 crashes. Northbound 4394 at Howard Avenue, the left lane's blocked. Another one at Holt on the right. And then on the southbound side, Howard Avenue has 3 left lanes blocked. Another accident then on the Ryan Road off-ramp involving what looks to be multiple cars. It's going to be a slick ride out there. Another one just came in on westbound 94 at 68th Street, and we got cars on both shoulders, one of them facing the wrong way. So, slippery conditions abound everywhere. Please be extra careful when you're getting out there. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast from meteorologist Brendan Johnson today. Early sunshine, and we'll need it to melt off some of that ice. Then increasing clouds at a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 31. Right now, only at 28 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, more on that snow. Halloween brought plenty of ghouls and goblins in the form of that spooky weather. Snow, thunder, snow, water spouts, strong winds, and now cold temperatures. In the Fox Valley, Neenah, 5 inches of snow. West Allis coming in at 4 inches. Burlington with 3. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Measurable snow has only happened 5 times. The records go back to the 1800s. So it's pretty rare that we get a measurable snow on Halloween. Lots of us remember 2019 when we had 5.4 inches. But this will be the second snowiest Halloween on record.
Snow is done for now, but some refreezing of the wet pavement and sidewalks. Definitely we're seeing that this morning. Wind chills remain in the 30s. Again, we're still below freezing in Milwaukee at just 28.
A 15-year-old accused of killing a 5-year-old boy in Milwaukee and disposing of his body, Eric Mendoza, now being charged as an adult. Criminal defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie tells TMJ4 News that Wisconsin law makes it very common for any person over the age of 10 in a case of this severity.
In this case, the state of Wisconsin, through the district attorney's office, elected to charge a first-degree intentional homicide, and that's based on the facts as contained in the complaint. So once that occurs in Wisconsin, the child automatically goes to adult court to start.
There are 2 people facing charges in this case. David Patura, a 27-year-old, also looking at a first-degree intentional homicide charge for the death of Prince McCree.
Another death at Waupun Correctional. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reporting prisoner's death is the 3rd at that facility in just 4 months. Waupun has been in lockdown, or what the Department of Corrections describes as a state of modified movement, since March. This has forced inmates to remain in their cells for nearly 24 hours a day. Dodge County Medical Examiner's Office says it's investigating the death Happened on Monday earlier this year. An inmate died by suicide. Cause of another inmate's death is still under investigation.
News about your money. At least one more interest rate hike is expected this year, and it could be announced later today.
If the Fed adjourns its latest meeting, deciding to raise interest rates, the cost of borrowing money for any reason, including mortgages, will go up.
Don't give up. Don't stop looking.
RE/MAX Realtor Michelle Sloan says there are ways to get around rising rates.
Instead of doing a 30-year fixed rate, you can do an adjustable rate mortgage, and then you can refinance.
The Fed left interest rates unchanged last month. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Coming up, reason for optimism that actors could soon return to work. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author and star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs share a strange concept I call the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma, at 800-648-0303. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you'll get it completely free, plus 2 hours of bonus behind-the-scenes footage. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 1-800-648-0303. That's 1-800-648-0303. 1-800-648-0303.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Small business owners can make a little of anything go a long way.
It's true. My bakery is made up of a little sugar, spice, and edible glitter.
Well, that's why U.S. Cellular is offering small businesses lines for as little as $19.99, plus $300 off any phone.
That's great. A little does go a long way. Unless we're talking sprinkles, everyone always needs more sprinkles.
Oh, of course. Get lines for $19.99 plus $300 off any phone today. U.S. Cellular, built for business, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
At Semper Fi, we work hard not to tarnish our reputation. And that's what will make your decision to work with us one you won't regret. You can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
Keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:06.
So the Packers end up being sellers at the trade deadline. Brandon Snide has sports coming up at 6:15.
Major traffic issues this morning on 41-45. All kinds of problems. Both directions of the Richfield split. That's where 41 and 45 split apart there. Debbie is on it. We'll check back in with her in 3 minutes.
With weather appropriate for the occasion, Milwaukee will harvest its Christmas tree this morning. The 38-foot-tall Colorado blue spruce, donated by Denise Blue from her home on the city's northwest side. When the city's tree lights up on November 17th, it will mark the 110th year of the Christmas tree lighting in Milwaukee, the longest-running official tree in the United States other than New York.
The crew is ready to go there. They're ready to rock and harvest that. Our guy, Adam Roberts, is there as well, so I'll get an update on the
tree. Is all full of snow and ice.
It looks miserable. If you're noticing struggles with mental health as the days get shorter, it could be just that it's affecting your mood.
The first snow of what will be winter is already in the books, and therapist Megan Anderson tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News she starts seeing the effects of seasonal affective disorder.
In September, around the 21st, when we have the fall equinox, and we see a pretty rapid change in daylight at that time.
The disorder, also known appropriately as SAD, has symptoms similar to standard depression, but tied specifically to the winter months with less sunlight. Anderson says it relates to a common theme in therapy, dealing with change.
A season is still a life transition. It's just one that happens at a much more frequent rate than others.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Talks continuing in Hollywood. Now, remember, the writers are back to work, but the actors are still out on strike. That strike hitting 111 days.
The two sides back at the negotiating table Tuesday as talks have been ongoing for more than a week now. That has many in Hollywood optimistic that an end is in sight, but the actors union, SAG-AFTRA, is offering only cautious optimism, saying in a statement Monday night that recent talks have been productive, but they remain far apart on key issues. SAG-AFTRA lead negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland told reporters Monday that there has been progress. So far, the strike, combined with the now settled writers' strike, has cost an estimated $6.5 billion. Jason Nathanson, ABC News.
Coming up, traffic crashes all over the freeway system. We'll get an update on the roads from Debbie in just a couple of minutes.
When a new baby is added to the mix, saving money becomes a real priority. Shopping at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores can help. With an abundance of baby clothing and toys, all thrift store priced at pennies on the dollar. You'll spend a little to get a lot. Find great deals on gently used baby clothes and toys at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
While you're navigating the roads as quickly and safely as possible, if you see something we should know about, call the WTMJ All Mazda Traffic Tip Line, 414-238-9329.
All right, as predicted, Debbie, going to be an ugly morning on the roads today. Very icy conditions.
Very icy conditions, and I don't think anybody really expected this. So here's what we've got going on. First of all, near Holy Hill Road, the freeway is closed in both directions. We got northbound closed, southbound closed. Northbound, they're diverting you off at Lannon. The southbound side, they are diverting you off at Highway 167 or Holy Hill Road because the accident happened just south of that. So keep that in mind. Try and avoid that area if you can. Some of those side roads, bridges, overpasses, all on and off ramps, all that stuff, all going to be icy and slick. Please be extra careful. Now, we've got a couple of accidents on westbound 94 one at eastbound 94 at 68th Street, one on westbound 94 at 68th Street, one on 794 westbound right in the Marquette interchange off on the right shoulder. We've got an accident northbound 4394 on the right shoulder at Holt. The southbound side has its own with the left lane blocked at Howard Avenue. And then another accident with the 3 left lanes closed on 4394 southbound at Howard Avenue. So all this, you can expect to see pretty nasty delays around them, of course. One more accident on the Ryan Road off-ramp from 94 southbound. Looks like 2 cars now are involved, and squads are on the scene helping out with that. Please be extra careful out there. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: some early sunshine and bitter cold, increasing clouds by the afternoon. Highs in the low 40s, mostly cloudy overnight with a low of 31. A cloudy sky for Thursday, but more mild as highs climb into the upper 40s. We're above 50 degrees on Friday under a mostly cloudy sky. A slight chance for some evening showers on Saturday. Clouds around with highs in the mid-50s, and a better opportunity for some morning rain showers on Sunday. Mostly cloudy with a high of 58. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Still well below freezing at 28 degrees in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Just after 6:12 here on this Wednesday morning, and not even just the roads.
Freeze ray!
Oh, Gru brought out his freeze ray. Everything that was snow yesterday is now sort of frozen over. It's crusty. So from that first step out the door, you're going to want to be conscious of that. My car's in the garage even, but I just happened to take one step onto the driveway that had been on. Whoop! It was pretty close.
Yeah. Man, gosh. Last night during the trick-or-treating, though, everyone survived, made it through.
You had trick-or-treat starting at 5:30 last night.
5:30 to 7:30.
That was the height of.
It could not have been worse.
And that wasn't a nice snow.
No, it was
because
miserable.
sometimes you get a fluffy snow.
Right.
And you're like, oh, okay, I mean, I'd rather it's not snowing for trick or treat, but whatever. That was hit your face and it hurt snow.
The roads are bad. The trick or treating was bad. Although my all of my candy is gone. Put out the bowl because we were out doing other things, and all the candy was taken.
And you're very happy about that.
I'm happy it's gone.
Now you just have the 14 pounds or so,
Correct.
or whatever has been collected.
My 12-year-old, she went out with her friends, and they went the whole stretch, the whole time.
Yeah, so it's going to be ugly today. Definitely one of these days. It's kind of a throwaway line, right? I'll give yourself a little extra time, which is hard to do in the morning. Nobody budgets extra time, but be aware that it's going to take you a while. The biggest situation is the north and southbound freeway closed in Washington County, right where 41 and 45 split off. And that is a big old mess this morning. So from that first step out the door, be careful. It is icy out there.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
At Annex Wealth Management, we believe every portfolio tells a story. After all, we've analyzed thousands. Some reflect diligence and fortitude. Others, a mishmash of overlapping investments. When Annex reviews your portfolio, we spot what works, what might not, and then provide unbiased suggestions free from sales commissions. Every portfolio tells a story. Let's work on yours. Investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. As a fee-only fiduciary, that's our story. Head to annexwealth.com.
Staples stores provide innovative products and services for small business, remote workers and learners, even teachers and parents. Explore more at your local Staples store.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Busy day up in Green Bay on Tuesday afternoon. The Packers sending veteran quarterback Rasul Douglas to the Buffalo Bills shortly before the NFL trade deadline. The Bills sending a 2024 third-round pick to the Packers for Douglas, including a 2024 fifth-round pick. The Packers will continue their preparation for their Week 9 home matchup against the LA Rams coming up on Sunday. Jordan Love speaking about what this team needs to do to get back in the win column starting on Sunday.
Everybody's got to look themselves in the mirror, hold themselves accountable. And, just know that obviously we're not where we want to be. And, how are we going to get there? What are we going to do? What's next week going to look like? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy to, just go out there and make plays? So it just comes back to getting back to work next week.
The Packers will hit the practice field for the first time later today with an injury report that should follow shortly after. Over to baseball, where the Texas Rangers are one win away from clinching the World Series. This after a dominating Game 4 win on Tuesday night.
Here's a swing and a high fly ball crushed. Corey Seager unloads out to right center, and it's gone. Oh, boy. Seager absolutely annihilates one over to the left of the pool in right center. And the Rangers now have a 5-0 lead, and he hammered it.
The call there on ESPN Radio as the Rangers go on for the 11-7 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks to take a commanding 3-1 lead in that series. Game 5 is set for tonight. That first pitch all set for 7 p.m. Over to basketball, where the Milwaukee Bucks hit the road for the first time this season as they get ready to play in Toronto against the Raptors. Head coach Adrian Griffin has used multiple different looks in the team's first 3 games and says even with Chris Middleton's minute restrictions, there is no rush to finding the ideal lineup for his squad.
Eventually we'll get there. Again, it's just process, and we're not rushing it, being smart about it. And, he's been great. And if we can keep on getting these W's, we can buy him some time. But, again, it's the second game of the season, so we're not in a rush, but it's great to have him on the floor when he does play.
Tip-off for tonight's game is set for 6 p.m. Coverage will get rolling right here on WTMJ starting at 5:30. And lastly, late last night actually, the Las Vegas Raiders announcing they have fired head coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler, former Packer Devontae Adams, not happy over there either. So hopefully some changes are coming his way.
Why couldn't we trade to get that guy?
Why'd you trade him in the first place? That's a whole nother
Yada, yada, yada. 6:18 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Wake up with me. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Tune in every Monday and Friday at 8:15 for Matzik's Morning Minute during Wisconsin's Morning News. Everything you need to know about all your favorite Wisconsin teams in just 60 seconds.
It's a true test to all of us, but I do believe in the guys in that locker room in terms of the character that we have.
Every Monday and Friday at 8:15 during Wisconsin's Morning News.
Lopez squeezes up a three, rattles another one through. Oh, it's contagious.
Sponsored by Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac.
Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Going to see Dr. Alex today and his team, Dr. Dana, Dr. Marley, all super friendly, very helpful. A couple of months I've been going there, actually probably 3 or 4 now. Better range of motion in my neck, my chronic lower back pain finally starting to subside. That's why I went to see him. When I'm in for my adjustments over there all the time at Connect Chiro, I'm in the waiting room. Lots of different people in there, men and women, young and old, even kids, young athletes in a lot of cases. If you're worried about sending your kids to the chiropractor, these folks do it differently. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. At Connect Chiropractic, they use one of these special tools. They make all the adjustments. The tool is focused on restoring nerve and muscle function. So they don't whip your neck around. It's just click here, click there, pain-free, worry-free adjustments. I was in the room next door to a brand new patient the other day. I heard Dr. Marley walking her through everything. Okay, now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do that. And her reaction was, oh, great, fine.
You're done? Awesome.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And so go see those folks and get fixed up. I know they can help you. They've been helping me for months. Learn more and even book your first appointment at goconnectchiro.com. That's goconnectchiro.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. The teams I trust to take care of the water to protect my family are Guthrie and Fry. They've provided expert advice, quality service, and reliable water since 1974. What really sets them apart is their level of customer service before, during, and after the transaction. They're going to take care of you like they take care of me. Owners Sue and Rob are well known and very generous in the local community. They will take care of all your water needs. GuthrieFryWater.com.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
Get ready, Wisconsin. It's Medicare annual enrollment period, so why not make enrolling easier with United Healthcare? Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. This is Medicare made for Wisconsin. Trusted everywhere. Explore our wide range of plans by calling United Healthcare today at 1-855-MEET-UHC. That's 1-855-MEET-UHC. Annual enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th, so call today.
Traffic is sponsored by Smart Spaces. Adapt to the modern workplace. SmartSpacesWI.com.
How can Smart Spaces transform your business?
Creating technology, great culture, spaces that people really want to come to, attract talent, and keep that talent.
SmartSpacesWI.com.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Checking in with Debbie, and it's going to be a tough morning on the roads, Deb.
Yeah, gird your loins, as they say. Yeah, it's going to be pretty nasty. We do have a closure, 41 north and southbound closed near Holy Hill Road. On the northbound side, you'll be taken off at Lannon Road. On the southbound side, they will take you off at Holy Hill Road, which is just north of where the accident happened. So that would be your best bet. Just keep in mind, US 45, which is parallel to the freeway, is really backed up. We've seen big delays with that, obviously. All of your alternate routes are going to be pretty backed up. But elsewhere in Ozaki...
Hi, Debbie. The southbound lanes of 43 between Grafton and County Line on the new concrete, pretty much there's a couple lanes of crust and sheer ice, black ice. So just let everyone be aware of that because it was pretty dicey coming that way.
Yeah, thanks, Eric, for calling in on the Hall Mazda traffic tip line for that. We've got also multiple accidents right along 43 on 94 east and westbound at 68th Street. We've got also some lane closures. Northbound 4394 at Howard Avenue, the left lane's blocked. Southbound at Howard, the 3 left lanes are blocked through there. So there's going to be multiple accidents all over the place, but I'll try and hit the big ones for you. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
You don't like to hear the word crusty when you're talking about how the freeways are performing.
Or closed.
Yes. Early sunshine today. That will help. When we get the sun out, it's going to probably melt some of this off on the pavement. Then increasing clouds and a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 31. We'll start to warm up then. Cloudy skies on Thursday, but a high of 48. Friday's high 54 degrees under mainly cloudy skies. Looking ahead to the weekend, mostly cloudy on Saturday. Slight chance of rain in the afternoon or evening and a high of 55 degrees. Sunday's high 58. Chance of rain showers, mostly cloudy. Right now at 28 in Milwaukee.
Ran into the depot, baby, loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills.
Continue to keep you up to date on the evolving traffic situation. I do think once the sun comes out and starts to melt off some of that ice, we'll be in much better shape. But right now, that major closure, 41 and 4145, right at the split there in Washington County, both directions remain closed. November 1st, today is a holiday. It's Halloween adjacent, with deep cultural meaning in the Latinx community. Our guide for Dia de los Muertos is our own Debbie Lazica.
Halloween. Yep, it's the crispy time of year we all get to be spooky and get free candy, celebrated all over the world. But there's another celebration that's just a little different. It's Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. It's a mostly Mexican holiday where families welcome back the souls of their deceased relatives for a brief reunion that includes food, drink, and music. Yeah, I know, a little creepy, but stick with me. According to tradition, the gates of heaven are opened at midnight on October 31st, and the spirits of the children that have passed on can rejoin their families for 24 hours. That's November 1st. The spirits of the adults can do the same on November 2nd. Member of the board of directors for Mexican Fiesta, Tamara Olivas, says it's all about family.
It is typically celebrated at the cemetery, but nowadays families get together at home and they celebrate the same way they would do it in the cemetery. But you would have pictures, the food, you would have the drinks, and then of course the most important thing, all the memories that you created while they were alive.
If you want to learn a little bit more about it, there's a fun way to do it. Disney put out a whole movie about the celebration, Coco.
I truly believe that the movie did wonderful explaining what the celebration is and all the colors and all that happiness and joy and that sense of celebration. When the movie finally gets to that part where they're at the cemetery, that's exactly how it happened. I think it was portrayed in a beautiful, wonderful way.
Does it sound like a recent celebration? Well, actually, it's not. El Dia de los Muertos goes back to the Aztecs, who had not just a few days, but an entire month dedicated to the dead. Festivities were presided over by the goddess, oh boy, here we go, Mictlacacihuatl. Yay! The annual rite features skeletons, altars, and other trappings of death, but the ancient holiday celebrates life in its embrace of death. A blend of Mesoamerican ritual, European religion, and Spanish culture.
This celebration really became a fusion of both worlds.
Nowadays, families put together special tables called ofrendas. It's also where you get tasty treats like pan de muertos, or bread of the dead, and brightly painted calaveras de azúcar, or sugar skulls. Mexican Fiesta is having a 2-day celebration today and tomorrow at their location at Flores Hall in Milwaukee. Admission is free and it's open to the public. We've got more information on our website, but it's going to be a beautiful party. Yeah, still a little creepy celebrating the dead, but it's all about remembering those that went on before and turning it into a bit of a family reunion. And frankly, any excuse to fiesta. Debbie Lazica, WTMJ News.
News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Markets continue to bounce back, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average up another 124 points to 33,053. The NASDAQ at 12,851. That was up 62 points on the day. And the S&P 500 closed up about 27 to 4194. It's time for the Annex Wealth Management Tax Smart Planning Review. They'll review, assess, and provide strategies you can use. Go to annexwealth.com/taxsmart.
If you own a company or you're in management, you know how valuable your local employees are. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Show your gratitude with a company holiday party at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club, recently voted the best supper club in the area. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free. half your employees' dinners are free, saving your company hundreds of dollars, and they get a great dinner in a fantastic atmosphere. The Fox and Hounds, tucked into the Kettle Moraine Forest, the warmth and aroma of the real wood-burning fireplaces hits you as soon as you walk in the door. And the holiday decorations are incredible, putting your employees in the holiday spirit. Gift cards make perfect holiday gifts. With the buy one dinner, get one free offer, it's like getting a free gift card. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of the famous Holy Hill Shrine. The drive is beautiful. I love this place. Book your company holiday party and order your gift cards today at foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Relax tonight. Enjoy your free dinner. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
If you can't get a good night's sleep, let me ask you, are you breathing well? Because if you're snoring or waking up each night with a stuffed up nose, or frustrated with your CPAP mask, the root of your sleep problem lies in your breathing triangle. And if any one of those passages isn't working, you won't sleep well. And there's no mattress, pill, or other gimmick that can fix that. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. A recipe for a good night's sleep starts with an open airway. Now, there are devices that can help solve snoring or sleep apnea problems. If you walk into a sleep center, know you'll walk out with a CPAP. And you might find other options elsewhere, but the simple truth is, if your nose doesn't work properly, no device will help. Only at Advent will you find every effective snoring and sleep apnea solution, along with a world-class team that can get your nose working properly again.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers not just here but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Wisconsin's Morning News National Anthem is powered by Weniger Compressor, putting the I can in American. This is the Slinger High School Vocal Jazz Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the fight toward the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's 6:30. I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Our top story, major issues on the roads, getting right to Debbie Lazigo.
Treacherous conditions, Vince, out on the roads. Everything is icing over and crusty and nasty, so we've got a whole bunch of accidents. The big one on 41 north and southbound at Holy Hill Road. Freeway is closed in both directions for this. So northbound, they'll take you off at Landon Road. The southbound side, they'll take you off at Highway 167 or Holy Hill Road. We've also got accidents on 94, eastbound at 68th Street on the right, westbound 68th Street on both shoulders. Also on the ramp from Brewers Boulevard onto westbound 94. We've got an accident on 4394 northbound at Howard Avenue with the left lane blocked, one at Holt on the right. On the southbound side, Howard Avenue on the left. Another one at Ryan Road's off-ramp. And we've also got word of broken down vehicle just south of Drexel in traffic. So that's also going to be slowing things down. So be extra careful no matter where you go. It's going to be at least an extra 5 to 10 minutes onto your normal ride. And that's probably a good thing. Going slow, stay in control. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast for today. The early sunshine should help. Then we'll see increasing clouds with a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight. Our low down to 31. We're still at 28 degrees in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, more on that Halloween snowstorm. Somewhat historic. Trying to get that up here, Eric.
4 inches coming down in West Dallas, nearly 5 in Neenah. Burlington seeing 3 inches. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Kirsten Kershane.
Measurable snow has only happened 5 times. The records go back to the 1800s. So it's pretty rare that we get a measurable snow on Halloween. Lots of us remember 2019 when we had 5.4 inches, but this will be the second snowiest Halloween on record.
So the snow may be over, but of course we're dealing with the freezing element right now. Lots of areas with black ice, lots of areas that are conditioned, not good for driving, and of course we have our 41 shutdown near Holy Hill Road in both directions.
Teenager accused of killing a 5-year-old boy in Milwaukee considered a danger to society. Prosecutors say Eric Mendoza, who's 15, admitted to stabbing strangers on the street days before Prince McGree was found dead. Teenager faces charges in adult court. Criminal defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie telling TMJ4 News, any person over the age of 10 who commits serious enough crimes is charged as an adult in Wisconsin. It can be difficult to move the case then back into juvenile court.
Without a doubt, the child's attorneys are going to file for a request to return it to juvenile court. That would be an obvious and normal practice. The court's going to have a substantial hearing where there will be testimony from doctors and maybe even people involved in the investigation of the case to determine whether or not the child fits the criteria.
A preliminary hearing has not yet been scheduled for Mendoza or the other suspect, David Patira.
The Rafah border crossing in Egypt is open this hour, allowing foreign nationals to leave Gaza, reporter Linda Grandstein.
About 400 foreigners and dual passport holders have been stuck in Gaza since the war with Israel began almost a month ago. Today, the crossing opened to people, allowing them to leave the embattled Gaza Strip and go to Egypt. The Gaza Health Ministry says at least 8,500 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed in Israeli airstrikes since the fighting with Israel began. Israel says 12 soldiers were killed in fighting overnight.
Cause for celebration or cause for alarm? The U.S. birth rate steadily falling, has been for decades.
Between 2007 and 2022, the nation's birth rate fell by nearly 23%, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, down to about 11 births per 1,000 people. As demographers try to explain why it's happening, not just in the U.S. but around the world, some economists worry that there won't be enough young people in the future to care for an aging population. Environmentalists applaud the birth rate decline, saying it reduces stress on the planet's resources. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Happening right now on Milwaukee's north side. It's an annual event, but I don't know. It's fun to see every year. They're cutting down somebody's big old blue spruce in the front yard, and that's going to be the city Christmas tree.
So it looks like they're about ready to start. The mayor is speaking to reporters. We've heard from the family now on the northwest side who are donating the tree.
A great honor.
Is it?
It is.
Or are you just ecstatic that someone's willing to take that giant thing off
Well,
your
there is
hands?
that. What does it cost to cut down like a 30-foot tree these days, right? It's north of $1,000 for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. So we've heard from the owners. Adam Roberts is there. Typically, what they'll do is a big old celebration here. They'll have the DPW guys there, the big old crane, the cherry picker to lift that thing off the base, and then they'll lay it on its side.
And they chainsaw that thing here at 6:30 in the morning. So good morning, northwest side. Right.
So far, nothing.
What do you want to do? Let's go to break and see if we can catch it when they're actually cutting it down.
Okay,
right?
yep, sounds good.
Can we hear the mayor at all?
We cannot.
Okay. Well, he's very, very excited. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 6:36. Traffic is sponsored by the shower remodel experts at Kohler Services, WI.com.
Upgrade to a beautiful Kohler Luxstone shower in as little as a day or two with the shower remodel experts at Kohler Services. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com today.
This report is sponsored by Wisconsin Kitchen Mart. Higher design, higher style, higher Wisconsin Kitchen Mart.
In the past 70 years, there's something that has never changed. The kitchen. Oh, it may look a little different as the decades have passed, but it's always been where family gathers for meals, memories, and more. Wisconsin Kitchen Mart has always understood that and remains dedicated to making that important space special.
With an expansive 18,000 square foot showroom filled with full-size displays featuring Play-Doh custom cabinetry, award-winning designers, plus their own in-house installation department, let Wisconsin Kitchen Mart transform your kitchen into a true gathering place.
I'm Robert Iskey, Vice President and Designer from Wisconsin Kitchen Mart. We've been remodeling kitchens and baths since 1951 and can help establish a vision for your remodel. We bring the carpenters, plumbers, electricians, and everyone else needed to make your dream kitchen a reality.
Higher design, higher style, higher Wisconsin Kitchen Mart on the corner of West Wisconsin Avenue and 36th Street in Milwaukee. Online at wisconsinkitchenmart.com.
What I was told was bone on bone. I was going to have knee replacement, and I do not like surgery.
Desperate to avoid surgery, Julie decided to check out QC Kinetics non-surgical regenerative treatments.
My daughter actually works in a Chapel Hill, North Carolina lab, and I sent her all of the information that I was given, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, this is for you. I've heard great things about this." She's like, "You need to try it before ever doing surgery."
Julie started the QC Kinetics natural biologic treatments right in the office, using her own healing properties to help restore her damaged tissue.
I know, my daughter was right. Yeah, it's nice when you've got that person you can go to who might have a little bit more information, especially on the science of it. QC Kinetics, it's life-changing.
Find out if you're a good candidate. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Signing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:38.
Packers deal a defensive player up against the trade deadline. We'll see what that does to the team coming up in sports at 6:45.
So the mayor's still talking. I don't know what they're asking him, because I don't think it's like important city stuff. I think he's getting questions about the Christmas tree that they're about to harvest.
Isn't it cold out?
Oh, yeah.
You're
Don't
right.
you want to keep that a little short?
Yeah, I want to tighten that up.
It's gone so long that all the TV stations have moved away from it now because they just wanted to see the tree being harvested. And he is still... Can we get to Adam, or is Adam too busy?
I'm here.
Okay, Adam.
I'm here. What are we talking about over there?
What could they possibly having a conversation about?
I mean, it's very much just a smarmy. So, yeah, isn't it a gorgeous-looking tree? I mean, to be fair, it is 38 feet tall. My biggest thing, so they've got the cop cars on all of the side streets from 73rd all the way down to 75th. Very residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I live in this area and I'm trying to like get ready for work, or just I don't wake up usually, it's going to be very annoying having all these blinking lights. Got all the DPW trucks. The crane has hoisted up to the top of the tree. They've got the top anchored. They've got the bottom anchored. I think it's just a matter of time before they cut it. But yeah, I'm not really sure why they were asking all those questions of the mayor. I think we are starting to move over towards tree side right now, so I think we'll be coming up on it soon.
Adam, can you also ask the mayor about what he hopes people will think of and feel about when they see the tree? Like that was
apparently he's already gotten that question.
Yeah, I think a couple reporters beat me to the punch on that one, Eric.
Ask him about the AmFam funding package and a whole bunch of other like real political stuff.
Maybe I can ask him why Bango's here.
Well, I think he's there, right? Because the tree will end up at Deer District, right?
That is correct, Eric. It will. Great photo op right now for the mayor, Bango, and the tree. Hey, Eric, Bango took some inspiration from your Halloween horror story. He's got a big old chainsaw, but it is not Black & Decker. I can confirm it is a steel.
If he did it. These are like trained forestry professionals who will actually cut the tree. But what about give Bango a swipe?
Right? Why not?
Bango does not have the proper gear, guys. I'm afraid that will not be happening.
All right, so should we do this? We got to get to Debbie.
Let's take a break.
And we'll check back in with you, Adam, but we got to get to Debbie here in a minute.
6:40 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
For the brave men and women of the United States military, it has been said that some gave all, but all gave some. At Tayback Law, we honor these sacrifices by working to ensure veterans receive the benefits they're entitled to. I am Monica Ireland Karras. I am a partner and a VA-accredited rep at Tayback Law. If you're a vet and you have been wrongfully denied your veterans benefits, visit taybackattorneys.com to set up a free evaluation. At Tayback Law, we fight for those who fought for us. Contact Tayback for the payback. taybackattorneys.com.
Vince Vitrano here for an old friend, but a new partner with us here at WTMJ, Walker Media Agency. Let me ask you something. Did your cousin's friend design your website 10 years ago because he knows stuff about computers? Right?
It sounds
he knows
about right.
stuff about computers. Yeah, he can do it. Right. Is it that about how much you put into that critical part of your business? If that is your story or something close to it, let me send you to Walker Media Agency for a website overhaul. First of all, I've known Matt Walker and his family for many years. Great Tosa East guy, so obviously you get the Raider endorsement. Also impressed with the business that he started and how many other local businesses he and his team are helping right now. Here's how your website is the digital front door to your business. It's just like when folks drive by your house. What are they going to see? Walker Media Agency works with you to create a site that will tell your story. It will drive traffic. It will get the results that you and your business need. And it only starts there. Matt's big on relationships, so this isn't a one-and-done deal. You stay in touch. You grow together. You get into overall marketing strategy. It's all there when you start that relationship with Walker Media Agency. Here's how you find them. WalkerWTMJ.com or text the word Walker to 855-616-1620.
You can find affordable holiday decor at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. Find cute Christmas decorations, ornaments, trees, and home decor, all at thrift store prices. Gift cards are also available for that shopper on your Christmas list. You'll never overspend on holiday items from St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd in Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Fleet Farm's got even more Black Friday Now deals for those who just can't wait. Baronet's Radar Hunting Blind is on sale for only $89.99. And get 50 pounds of Safe Step rock salt for just $4.99 a bag. Save on 20-pound bags of KT Wild Bird Food, now only $8.99. Plus get select sizes of whole cashews and mixed nuts for only $5.99. Enjoy these Black Friday Now deals and more at Fleet Farm, home of everything you need for everyday life.
Getting right to traffic with Debbie. We still got the freeway shut down, or do we, Deb? I'm starting to see movement there in 4145.
Yeah, they still have it closed up on, at least up on the official board, as it were. So, yeah, it is pretty nasty up in that neck of the woods. Not seeing any cars going through at Freistadt, for example. So basically what happened, there's an accident that happened just south of Holy Hill Road. They've got both directions of 41 closed. So northbound riders, you'll be diverted off at Lannon. The southbound side, you'll be diverted off at Holy Hill Road. So you'll need to use some of those side roads like 145 or US 45. Both of those are going to be slow anyway. Just heads up. We've got lots of very slick conditions all over the place, which is testament because we've got a bunch of accidents up there. 794 westbound at the Marquette. 2 accidents on 94 east and westbound at 68th Street. They're off on the shoulders there. We've also got one on 4394 northbound at Howard Avenue. 2 left lanes blocked now. Another one on the southbound side at the Plainfield, coming out of the Plainfield curve on the left. And then we've also got 894 westbound now with an accident at Loomis on the on-ramp there with the right lane blocked. A bunch of other accidents and spin-outs all over the place as well, as you can imagine. So it's going to be very slow. You want to be extra careful on those bridges, overpasses, on and off ramps. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Sunshine this morning should help melt off some of that ice, and then we'll see increasing clouds today with a high of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 31. Right now our temperature in Milwaukee is still at 28 degrees. At 6:45, I want to go back live to the northwest side of Milwaukee, where WTMJ's Adam Roberts is live as the city Christmas tree is now being hoisted onto the back of a flatbed truck.
That's right, Vince, and what a tree it is. This thing floated right over my head. Credit to the DPW workers. They have this thing on a taut rope. I don't think we're going to have any danger of this thing falling over.
Don't stand underneath it, Adam.
No, I didn't want to stand underneath it. It just floated right over me. It was actually kind of surreal. All right, they're going to try and put this thing on right here. This has got to be very precise. 38 feet tall, remember, we're dealing with.
And covered in snow and ice, too.
Yeah, credit to the workers. They're about to get
This is a flocked
drenched.
tree.
All right, coming on down. Again, lots of very precise measurements here. Oh, we've got a little bit of got to pause.
Little hitch.
Here comes the snow. All right, we're
See,
looking
because
okay.
there's precedent for the tree having broken. I was on the anchor desk at TMJ4
Diane, right?
10 years ago or so, and when they went to lay it down, the top of it busted off. I remember Diane. That's not good.
Oh.
Guys, what do you think? More pressure, Macy's Day Parade to hold a balloon or getting the Milwaukee Christmas tree onto the flatbed correctly?
Yeah, while we all watch.
Well, it's going down now.
Yeah, this thing is at a direct 45-degree angle right now. They have stopped at a 45-degree.
How are the owners excited to get rid of this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Again, we're in a very residential area, and as I go over right now, shout out to the person who used the chainsaw. That was a nice, clean cut. They actually cut it while we were in break, and it was over in about 45 seconds.
It's a clean cut, like when you go to the lot. You want? Should I put a fresh cut on that for you? Yes, please. Yeah, you want a fresh cut on that? How much do you want me to take off?
You can run a credit card right across the stump. It's nice and flat.
That's right. Now, this here tree, this is a nice tree. Right?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Colorado spruce. And also important to note that the boughs from this tree will be donated to Black Husky Brewing, shout out River West, and you'll be able to drink this year's Christmas tree. They've been doing that for a few years now over at Black Husky Brewing.
All right, so the city Christmas tree has been harvested. Will make its way this morning over to Fiserv Forum, and Deer District will stand proudly. Will be lit up later this month. 6:47. We'll do sports with Brandon next.
Hey, WTMJ's John Burke here for Floor Coverings International. They're doing the flooring in my house, and it is awesome. You get a rave-worthy experience with Floor Coverings International, the stars of flooring. Now enjoy special financing and save hundreds off on new floors during FCI's Save with the Stars event. Enjoy FCI's all-star service, including the mobile flooring showroom. I love that. Thousands of options, down to the penny quotes, and professional installation by one local team for your entire project. Offer ends 11/30/23, so schedule your in-home consultation today at FCIPromo.com. Offer good at participating locations.
Old National Bank.
I just got your home equity loan, and this feeling of joy and exhilaration overcame me.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon we call getting old.
Wow, so I'm not the only one?
No, small business owners feel it with expansion loans. Families feel it when they're setting up trusts and 529s. Nonprofits who need financing to help the community. And anyone who needs investment advice. They all feel it.
So it's not just me?
No, you're in a pretty big club.
Like a club I can join?
I really don't.
Is there at least a secret handshake?
Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Old National. Get old. Member FDIC.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The 2-1 Milwaukee Bucks are on the road as they get ready to play in Toronto tonight against the Raptors. Tip-off for tonight's game is set for 6 p.m. Full coverage gets underway right here on WTMJ starting at 5:30. Craig Counsell's contract with the Brewers expired on Tuesday. The former Milwaukee manager has met with both the New York Mets and the Cleveland Guardians. According to Kurt Hogue of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, the Astros have also expressed interest in Counsell. And lastly, the Packers made a trade with the Buffalo Bills ahead of Tuesday's NFL trade deadline. Green Bay is sending cornerback Rasul Douglas and a 2024 fifth-round pick in exchange for a 2024 third-round pick.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
Welcome to Uncharted Waters, Packers fans. On Tuesday, General Manager Brian Gutekunst made it abundantly clear the direction of this franchise is headed on to a full-on rebuild, even if they won't use that specific term. A 30-plus year run of playoff wins and a couple Super Bowls is something that doesn't always happen. It hasn't happened to teams throughout their history, and here in Green Bay, it has been the model of sustained success. The key phrase here being has been. At some point, this team needed to press the reset button and focus on rebuilding this roster instead of being timid about hurting fans' feelings over a player who was once a practice squad member and who will likely not factor into this team when and if they become successful years down the road. This type of trade for the Packers could have much more of an impact than any other player on this current roster can or would have. You can easily make the argument that Rasul Douglas was this team's best defensive player this season, and although he will be missed, there's no doubt about it, it was a move that was needed to be made. Turning Douglas into a third-round pick is the exact type of ammo Goody can use to, trade up if need be for a future franchise quarterback, let's say in round one of maybe this year's NFL draft. A third-round pick has been used in multiple drafts for teams to trade up early in round one and snag their QB of the future. If you don't believe in Jordan Love and at the same time you're mad at the trade of Douglas, ask yourself this simple question. Would you take an aging quarterback over the prospect idea of a Caleb Williams or Drake May? The Packers won't tell you they're rebuilding, but you don't have to look too far into it to know that is precisely what is happening. It just may not be the way you or I like it.
I'm going to get you an update from Debbie here early because the situation in Washington County on Highway 41 is not good, Debbie.
Nope. Untenable, I believe, is the one of the words that you can use. Right now, we have a crash that is closing, actually two crashes, I believe, closing both directions of I-41 at Holy Hill Road. So southbound riders, you'll be exiting off at Highway 167. Northbound, you'll be exiting at Lannon Road. Now, here's the thing. Those side roads where you would use for detours are not going to be good either. They're going to be icy and covered with crustiness and all sorts of slipperiness as well. So the whole area is going to be kind of pretty messed up. So if you do have to head through that area or are leaving to go to work or whatever, just make sure you are extra careful and give yourself tons of extra time because, my friends, this is the first iciness of the season. So we're still getting used to this stuff. We've got other accidents around the area. We've got one on northbound 43 at Port Washington Road off on the left shoulder. We've got a bunch of them on 4394, one at Howard Avenue with the two left lanes blocked. One on 894 westbound at Loomis. The on-ramp there, the right lane is blocked there. 794 westbound right in the Marquette, an accident there as well. And we've got reports of black ice heading through Ozaki County. So it's going to be kind of dicey. We're being tested by fire, or ice as the case may be. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Missing the playoffs in 92, some thought it was the then in 97.
The Packers are going to enjoy the fruit and the Lombardi Trophy.
And in 2011.
The Lombardi Trophy is coming home.
Now with a new soundtrack to the season. It's officially the season of love. Catch Green Bay Game Day, pre and post game, all season long, right here on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano here for Johnson & Sons Paving. Asphalt or concrete, residential and commercial. Johnson & Sons Paving, they do everything from your driveway to your commercial business parking lot, repairs or rebuild. You start with a free quote and a consultation. That's when you personally meet your project manager. The design team then goes to work to lay out your whole project, and then it's Johnson's team the whole rest of the way. No subcontractors. When you hire Johnson & Sons, you get them. They mix their own asphalt. They lay the concrete. They do the work. Why that's so important is then they're the ones who are there for the follow-up, so your satisfaction is guaranteed. I'm not sure when they shut down the asphalt maker, but it's going to be pretty quick. So if you have a project that you want to squeeze in still this season, the temperatures will warm back up this week, but you're running out of time if there's anything you want to do yet this season, or start laying out your project for next spring. Johnson & Sons Paving, they're folks that we recommend right here. It's a one-stop shop for projects of any size. You find them at johnsonsonspaving.com.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author and star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs share a strange concept I call the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma, at 800-648-0303. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you'll get it completely free, plus 2 hours of bonus behind-the-scenes footage. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 1-800-648-0303. That's 1-800-648-0303, 1-800-648-0303.
Buy a $100 Sendix gift card this Saturday only and get a $15 Sendix gift card free. A free gift card this Saturday, November 4th at Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
WTMJ Forecast is sponsored by Dave Dre Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Hoping we get the sun out soon. That'll help melt off some of this ice. And then we'll see increasing clouds today with a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 31. We'll start to warm up. This stuff will melt off eventually. Cloudy skies on Thursday, but a high of 48 degrees. Friday's high 54 under mainly cloudy skies. And then for the weekend, temperatures in the mid-50s. 55, your high temperature on Saturday under mostly cloudy skies. There's a slight chance of some rain moving in the afternoon and evening. And then for Sunday, chance of rain showers, mostly cloudy and a high of 58. Right now, we're still at 28 in Milwaukee. Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. I'm going to bring Debbie back in here before the top of the hour just to talk through a little bit more about this situation. The biggest problem that we have on the roads right now, Deb, in Washington County, we're 41 and 45 split. And are we still closed in both directions?
Yep. Oh, by the way, and running a close second, we've got a new closure on 43 northbound at the ramp from Port Washington Road. All lanes blocked northbound on 43 because of a crash. So, yeah, we've got some big messes happening here. Yeah, this thing is at the big one on 41. They're talking about both directions of the freeway closed at Holy Hill Road, basically. This is just south of the Richfield interchange, or where 41 and 45 meet or split, depending on what direction you're going. So, yeah, that happened just south of Holy Hill Road. So they are diverting people off of the freeway. Now, problem is those detour routes, they're pretty nasty.
Yeah, there's not an easy way around there.
Not really. I mean, it's going to be worse for 43, by the way, because there's really not any alternate routes for that either.
You can't get on or off the freeway anywhere on that stretch of 43 with the construction, right?
Exactly.
And then there's nowhere to go because everything else is under construction.
Yeah. So, I guess... I don't want to sound flippant, but yeah, packing your patience is really going to be important today. Be extra careful. Those bridges and overpasses, honestly, I cannot tell you enough, because there's no insulation from the soil underneath, so things freeze up lickety-split, and it does not melt off easily. So just want to be extra careful on those, because I'm seeing a lot of ramps getting accidents on them.
Okay, we'll be mixing in extra reports from Debbie through the morning. Going to get to the business headlines now with the Milwaukee Business Journal's Teddy Nichol.
A $14 million investment by BRP Incorporated and Sturtevant will expand the manufacturer's production of Sea-Doo switch pontoon boats. It's upgrading its existing Sturtevant facility and is to build a shipping operation in the village to store boats before they are distributed. Milwaukee business and education leaders are among those tapped for a new state task force examining the impact of artificial intelligence on Wisconsin jobs. The group will make recommendations to the governor for policies and investments that could help the economy adapt to AI. A Pan-Asia supermarket is proposed for construction next year at the West Allis Town Center. It would fill a former Kmart space on West Greenfield Avenue. The store would sell Asian grocery products and also have a cafe. I'm Teddy Nichol with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
This report is sponsored by the Froedtert Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Froedtert.com to find out how.
Whatever you do, don't buy an engagement ring or any piece of diamond jewelry until you discover the all-new Diamonds Direct, opening very soon on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. This is no ordinary jewelry store. Diamonds Direct is a global diamond powerhouse, started by former diamond wholesalers, a real direct importer bringing real price relief to Milwaukee. No middleman direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, straight from the diamond cutters. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, more diamond jewelry than you've ever seen in one place at prices you never thought possible. Why pay 20 to 30% more than you need to? Diamonds Direct is here to revolutionize how people here buy diamonds once and for all, with a staggering selection and prices that will blow you away. All this plus a stunning showroom, unbeatable warranties and guarantees, free service for life on any purchase, and a luxurious shopping experience. Diamonds Direct, Milwaukee's direct diamond importer. Opening soon on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
It wasn't the Ice Age that wiped out the dinosaurs. It was these guys.
Spins around him and goodness gracious, takes it all out on that rim. One-hand slam. The Greek Freak right through the heart of the defense.
The Bucks are in Toronto to give the Raptors a cold shoulder. Starting tonight at 5:30 on the home of your Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
7:02, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Wednesday, November 1st, our top story, major traffic issues across southeast Wisconsin. Getting right back to Debbie Laws.
Yeah, north and southbound 41 are closed at Holy Hill Road because of a serious crash. You'll be diverted out and around that. Remember, those alternate routes are still also going to be very slick and icy. Now we've got northbound 43 closing down at just north of Silver Spring with a crash. From what I can see on the cameras, there was a car that was basically perpendicular, spun out. They are letting some cars go through. Those are the ones that are kind of stuck behind the closure. But emergency crews just got on the scene, so that might be closing off pretty soon as well. Accidents pretty much everywhere. Slick conditions, very dangerous. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast for today, early sunshine and a high of 41 degrees under increasing clouds. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low down to 31, 28 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center this morning, the 15-year-old accused of killing a 5-year-old Milwaukee boy and then disposing of his body in a dumpster. Eric Mendoza is his name. He's being charged as an adult. Criminal defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie telling TMJ4 News, Wisconsin law makes this very common for any person over the age of 10 in a case of this severity.
In this case, the state of Wisconsin, through the district attorney's office, elected to charge a first-degree intentional homicide, and that's based on the facts as contained in the complaint. So once that occurs in Wisconsin, the child automatically goes to adult court to start.
27-year-old David Patura also facing first-degree intentional homicide charges for the death of Prince McRee.
Another death at Waupun Correctional. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel says the prisoner's death now the third at that facility in 4 months. Waupun's been on a lockdown for several months, or what the Department of Corrections describes as a state of modified movement. This has forced inmates to remain in their cells nearly all day. Now, the Dodge County Medical Examiner's Office says it is investigating this most recent death, which occurred Monday. Earlier this year, one inmate died by suicide. Another cause of another inmate's death remains under investigation.
News about your money this morning. At least one more interest rate hike is expected this year. Could be announced later today.
If the Fed adjourns its latest meeting, deciding to raise interest rates, the cost of borrowing money for any reason, including mortgages, will go up.
Don't give up. Don't stop looking.
RE/MAX Realtor Michelle Sloan says there are ways to get around rising rates.
Instead of doing a 30-year fixed rate, you can do an adjustable rate mortgage, and then you can refinance.
The Fed left interest rates unchanged last month. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
The Rafah border crossing in Egypt is now open. It has allowed some foreign nationals to leave Gaza, reporter Linda Granstein.
About 400 foreigners and dual passport holders have been stuck in Gaza since the war with Israel began almost a month ago. Today, the crossing opened to people, allowing them to leave the embattled Gaza Strip and go to Egypt. The Gaza Health Ministry says at least 8,500 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed in Israeli airstrikes since the fighting with Israel began. Israel says 12 soldiers were killed in fighting overnight.
Coming up, and now comes Christmas. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:05.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
Get ready, Wisconsin. It's Medicare annual enrollment period, so why not make enrolling easier with United Healthcare? Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. This is Medicare made for Wisconsin. Trusted everywhere. Explore our wide range of plans by calling United Healthcare today at 1-855-MEET-UHC. That's 1-855-MEET-UHC. Annual enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th, so call today.
Leave low yields in the dust and never look back. Rev up your return on investment with Syngenta. Our innovative portfolio of crop protection products outperforms and out-yields any deal, giving you higher yield and profit potential at the finish line. Syngenta, where better yield is the better deal. Always read and follow label instructions.
All right, let's see here. Acuron corn herbicide. Powerful weed control? Check. Long-lasting residual? Check. Proven crop safety? Check. Acuron checks all the boxes, which is why it outperforms and out-yields all other corn herbicides by 5 to 15 bushels an acre. Talk to your local Syngenta retailer or visit findmorebushels.com to discover your revenue potential today. Always read and follow label instructions. Acuron is a restricted-use pesticide.
The successful Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford is hiring an experienced bar manager. Make upwards of $60,000 a year with tips. Also hiring bartenders and barbacks. Make real money. Inquire today. Start next week at the amazing Mineshaft restaurant.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:08.
Packers end up being sellers at the trade deadline. Brandon Snide breaks it down in sports at 7:15.
All kinds of problems on the roadways. We have 41 shut down in both directions in Washington County. That's near Holy Hill Road. We also have 43 north shut down north of Silver Spring. We'll check in with Debbie Lauska here in 2 minutes.
City of Milwaukee, Christmas tree will soon be on its way downtown.
On a frostbitten morning at 74th and Congress on Milwaukee's northwest side, crews busy with the delicate job of taking down Milwaukee's 110th Christmas tree. The tree will be transported from the city's northwest side to Deer District, which will be aptly named the Cheer District for the holiday season. And if you've ever thought, wow, I'd like to drink the Christmas tree, boughs from this year's Colorado spruce will be donated to Black Husky Brewing in River West to be turned into beer. From the northwest side of Milwaukee, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
I had thought about drinking the Christmas tree.
Every year I think, why can't I drink that tree? I'm glad they answered that call. 7:09 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
This report is sponsored by Wisconsin Kitchen Mart. Higher design, higher style, higher Wisconsin Kitchen Mart.
In the past 70 years, there's something that has never changed. The kitchen. Oh, it may look a little different as the decades have passed, but it's always been where family gathers for meals, memories, and more. Wisconsin Kitchen Mart has always understood that and remains dedicated to making that important space special.
With an expansive 18,000 square foot showroom filled with full-size displays featuring Play-Doh custom cabinetry, award-winning designers, plus their own in-house installation department, let Wisconsin Kitchen Mart transform your kitchen into a true gathering place.
I'm Robert Iskey, Vice President and Designer from Wisconsin Kitchen Mart. We've been remodeling kitchens and baths since 1951 and can help establish a vision for your remodel. We bring the carpenters, plumbers, electricians, and everyone else needed to make your dream kitchen a reality.
Higher design, higher style, higher Wisconsin Kitchen Mart on the corner of West Wisconsin Avenue and 36th Street in Milwaukee. Online at wisconsinkitchenmart.com.
Upgrade to a beautiful Kohler Luxstone shower in as little as a day or two with the shower remodel experts at Kohler Services. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com today.
Traffic is sponsored by the shower remodel experts at KohlerServicesWI.com. Debbie, 2 freeway closures now.
Yes, 41 north and southbound closed at Holy Hill Road with a very serious accident, or possibly 2. It's hard to tell. They've got both directions closed, though. So you are going to need to follow the posted detours that they've got you. By the way, those detour routes, I can't say it enough, they are going to be very slippery and crusty as well. So you're not going to be able to go fast through that either. A little bit of update on northbound 43 north of Silver Spring. We had this accident. They did have the freeway northbound closed for a little bit. Now they've actually been able to open up a right lane. It's still very tight through there. The 2 left lanes are still blocked. They're trying to get emergency crews through there. Lots of trucks and flashy lights and things of that nature are there. So that's going to be affecting your ride. We've also got big accidents all over the place. Spin-outs, cars into walls, all sorts of nastiness. Just be extra careful out there. Trust me, if you think that you can get out there and just get out there and drive like normal, Like, no problem. I know how to do this. I live in Wisconsin. My friends, this is the first one of the year, and it is usually pretty brutal. So just take it easy, just until you get your legs under you. And then, just at this point, bridges and overpasses, on and off ramps, and just actually road pavement. Going to be a nasty ride. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: early sunshine and bitter cold. Increasing cloud cover by the afternoon. Highs today topping out near 40 degrees. Mostly cloudy overnight as lows dip back into the lower 30s. A cloudy sky for Thursday, but trending more mild, a high of 48. More clouds again on Friday. Highs topping out in the mid-50s. We'll look for a slight chance for some overnight rain showers Saturday. Mostly cloudy with a high of 55. A better chance for early showers on Sunday. Mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 50s. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee temp at 28 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Now, I don't know if you've broken protocol here, but you're already eating the cookies.
Hey, I earned that cookie today.
You know who earned it? Debbie.
Yeah.
Deb, come in for a cookie anytime when you get a chance to catch your breath. The We Energies cookie book drops today.
That's
this
right.
is the annual, I think it's 95th. 95th annual cookie book. So a long time tradition. And so today it drops online, and also the in-person distributions, because so many people want to actually get the book itself. That begins today, and there are events across Southeast Wisconsin and the state. So we're going to get you more information on that. Amy Johns from We Energies has baked us several selections from this year's
All
cookie
of the
book.
selections?
Not all of the selections. Only one person has ever done that, and that was Susan Kim.
I got it.
Took her a month of bringing in 2 to 3 different varieties every day. But we'll talk with Amy about this year's theme for the cookie book and sample some of these selections, give you our favorites. But Eric, I really feel like you should have waited.
They were here. Amy seemed to be fine
right
with
away.
it.
He's just into it.
Just thought I'd give it a taste.
All right. Well, I'm not the boss of you. You eat as many as you want, I guess. Save
Thank you.
At least one variety for everyone else. Brandon Snide has sports coming up next. It's sponsored by Holiday Automotive at Highway 23 in Fond du Lac. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip.
Hey, Wisconsin, Greg Matzik here for Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac. Hey, gear up now and drive with confidence this winter in a new all-wheel drive equipped Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC, or explore the peace of mind benefits and value of a GM-certified pre-owned model. Connect with Team Holiday now to find the new vehicle that's right for you during the year-end sale. And get in on enticing offers, get more for your trade, and experience for yourself Team Holiday's simplified buying approach and genuine guest care. It's the stuff that delights and makes fans of drivers from all over the Badger State and beyond. Fans like me and thousands of others whose trust has helped Holiday achieve top ranking as Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer and Buick Dealer of the Year per 2022 zone sales records. Navigate today's car market confidently, find yours, and discover the difference at Holiday Chevrolet, Buick and GMC, Highway 41 and 23 in Fond du Lac, and at holidaygm.com. It's worth the trip.
Ask your advisor, are you 100% fee only for 100% of your clients 100% of the time? If they answer no, get a second opinion.
Financial strategies, what's the way to build your wealth?
FinancialStrategiesInc.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Busy day up in Green Bay on Tuesday afternoon. The Packers sending veteran cornerback Rasul Douglas to the Buffalo Bills shortly before Tuesday's NFL trade deadline. The Bills sending back a 2024 third-round pick to the Packers for Douglas and a 2024 fifth-round pick. The Packers will continue their preparation for a Week 9 home matchup against the LA Rams. Jordan Love speaking this week about what this team needs to do to get back in the win column beginning on Sunday.
Everybody's got to look themselves in the mirror, hold themselves accountable, and just know that obviously we're not where we want to be, and how are we going to get there? What are we going to do? What's next week going to look like? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy to just go out there and make plays? So it just comes back to getting back to work next week.
The Packers will hit the practice field later today for the first time this week. A injury report should follow shortly after. Over to baseball, where the Texas Rangers are one win away from clinching the World Series. This after a dominating Game 4 win on Tuesday night.
Here's a swing and a high fly ball crushed. Corey Seager unloads out to right center, and it's gone. Oh, boy. Seager absolutely annihilates one over to the left of the pool in right center. And the Rangers now have a 5-0 lead, and he hammered it.
The call on ESPN Radio as the Rangers go on for the 11-7 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. They now take a commanding 3-1 lead in that series. Game 5 is set for tonight. That first pitch all set for 7 p.m. The Milwaukee Bucks hit the road for the first time this season as they get ready to play in Toronto against the Raptors tonight. Head coach Adrian Griffin has used multiple different looks in the team's first 3 games and says even with Chris Middleton's minute restrictions, there's no rush to finding the ideal lineup for his squad.
Eventually we'll get there. Again, it's just process, and we're not rushing it. Being smart about it, and he's been great. And if we can keep on getting these W's, we can buy him some time. But again, it's the second game of the season, so we're not in a rush. But it's great to have him on the floor when he does play.
Tip-off for the game tonight between the Bucks Raptors, all set for 6 p.m. Coverage will get rolling right here in WTMJ at 5:30. And lastly, late last night, breaking news out of the NFL, the Las Vegas Raiders announced they have fired head coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler.
I can't talk now. I got my mouth full.
I was wondering if you were ready to go. I was like, oh.
Well, Eric already started eating the cookies, so I jumped in. How you can get your hands on the We Energies cookie book, that is next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
And now, a message from a Raptors fan to the Raptors.
You look at me, Siakam. You need to step it up, my G. 11 points is unacceptable. I'm going to take my chips, shout out to Ruffles, and I'm going to go home.
Ruffles are good, though.
I have the munchy stuff, and I can't even.
Yeah, now I'm hungry, too.
But Siakam, step it up, my G.
Yeah, step it up, G. It's the Bucks and the Raptors tonight in Toronto. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts at 5:30. We are the home of the Bucks. WTMJ.
Well, brutal ride out on the roads is not going to stop the Drive Out Cancer event. Hi, everybody. Debbie Loziga here for Hall Mazda, and they've teamed up with This Time Tomorrow Foundation for the last 9 years to raise money for folks and families fighting all forms of cancer. Here's where you come in. With every service you get done at Hall's awesome service department, or for every car purchased, Hall will make a donation in your name. With your help, they've been able to raise over $200,000 to give to cancer fighters a bit of a financial hope. COVID never stopped this event, and neither will icy roads. If you want to find out more, you can visit hallcars.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected varieties Stone Ridge ice cream, 2 for $7. 18 to 24.6-ounce selected varieties Vandecamp's fish, $4.99. 12.8 to 18.8-ounce selected varieties Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches, $5.99. 5.3-ounce cup selected varieties Dan and Greek Oikos yogurt, 4 for $5.
Let's see, spices, cardamom, hibiscus powder. It's like looking at Green Bay's roster right now. I don't recognize it, but I'll learn to love it.
Attention Century shoppers. You're going to love this opportunity. Win 2 tickets to see Green Bay play Kansas City on December 3rd, autographed Packers footballs, or 4 packs of Hall of Fame tickets.
I'd love to see Green Bay's new QB in action and win those tickets. What do I do?
Find the weekly code on Century's Facebook or Instagram and enter to win.
Love it. Getting the Century code on Insta right now.
Ends November 14th.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Debbie, we got cookies in the studio, and you've earned one today.
Yay!
What do we got?
Well, we've got the earlier accident on 41 north and southbound at Holy Hill Road cleared. Dun, 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 dun. So, still going to be very slippery through that area, so please be extra careful. It's going to be really super slow, too. We do still have this accident northbound 43, just north of Silver Spring. 2 left lanes are blocked with that, so it's obviously going to be very slow. An accident on 4394 northbound at Holt on the right shoulder. Another one on 4394 southbound or on the Plainfield curve on the left. one at Ryan Road's off-ramp as well, and one on 794 westbound heading in through the Marquette. This one is off on the right shoulder, luckily. It's going to be pretty slow no matter where you go, and those bridges and overpasses are pretty treacherous. Some of those side roads are pretty nasty as well, so you want to be extra careful with that. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
And as the sun comes out, you can already see some of this ice is melting off on the freeways, so things should improve rapidly. We will see increasing clouds through the day and a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 31. Cloudy skies on Thursday, but high of 48. Friday's high up to 54 under mainly cloudy skies, and then mostly cloudy for Saturday, the high of 55 degrees. Chance for some rain in the afternoon. Sunday's high all the way up near 60 degrees, a chance of rain showers. 28 right now in Milwaukee. At 7:22 on Wisconsin's Morning News, a nearly century-old tradition renewed today as the We Energies Holiday Cookie Book drops online and distribution events start as well. We bring in our friend from We Energies, Amy Johns, who's with us live in studio this morning and has baked for us. Hey, quick piece of business first. I'm only seeing a handful of power outages still on the grid. Feels like we dodged one here because when you get this much snow and trees that still have the leaves on them, that can be trouble.
Right. You have that heavy, wet snow pushing down on those tree branches. They can come in contact with our wires, but very minimal outages, very few overnight. So really, really wonderful that we didn't have a lot more because of the snow.
Well, which is good, too, because I think all the time in these things when we have outages, your crews that are out there in the field, the men and women who are up on the poles or in the cherry pickers doing the work, dangerous conditions sometimes. So it's good that we don't have to have a lot of them out there today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when the roads are slippery like they are today, having our crews out there, we want to make sure they're safe as well. So, they take their time to make sure that they get there safely to get your lights back on.
So let's talk about the annual We Energies Holiday Cookie Book. And folks ask me all the time, and I know the story, but I'll let you tell it. How did We Energies get in the cookie book business?
Absolutely. So back in the early 1920s, when electricity was new, when we were first getting our lights on, we also were getting electric appliances like our electric ovens. So we needed to teach our customers how to use those electric ovens, and what better way to do that than to make a cookie book and bake some cookies for them. So that's where this whole thing started back in 1928. So it is the 95th anniversary of our first cookie book. And this year we've got a real great theme. It is celebrating our first responders.
What does that mean, celebrating the first responders?
So celebrating our first responders, they are the people in our communities that keep us safe. And we wanted to make sure that we honor them. They are our friends, our neighbors, and they are the ones that we call in some of our desperate times. And so we wanted to make sure that we celebrated them and get their cookies in this year's book.
So it's their recipes. All the recipes in the book, several dozen, are coming from area first responders. I talked to a number of them at the event last week. They're firefighters, they're EMTs, and it's in many cases family recipes. This is grandma's cookies or whatever, and they have submitted these.
And they got to be experts, right? Because those cops know how to eat cookies, right?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely. The nice thing about these cookie books that we do every year now, especially with this one, is we include little stories from each of our bakers. So they tell us about what it means to be first responders and serving in their communities, but also talks about the traditions of the cookies that they did submit in the book, too. So we have a really great variety of cookies this year, and one in particular, which I bought today, is our lava cookies. It's on page 7 of this year's book. It's from McKenna Miller. She's a 21-year-old Milwaukee firefighter, and she told me that she loves serving in her community. Firefighting runs in her family. Her father is a firefighter. Her sister's a firefighter.
Cool.
And what she loves about it is that they come together and they actually eat in the firehouse, and she bakes in the firehouse for her crew. And
that's an easy way to ingratiate yourself as a young firefighter.
Yeah, absolutely. And she said for her, these cookies are really simple to make, and there are a lot of ingredients that are already on hand at the firehouse because they don't have a lot of time to run out and get those extra special ingredients. So you have your basic flour, sugar, but cocoa powder, and she even adds, if you want optional, liquid vanilla flavored coffee creamer into this cookie, and it kind of looks like a little charcoal.
They look like little coals.
Yeah, it's chocolate rolled in powdered sugar.
It's not going to blow you away with the sweetness either. Like it's a nice, just enough, righty?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are you on, your third there?
Don't worry about it. Hey, I noticed the back page of the cookbook this year has some doggy cookies in there.
For the first time ever, we do have dog treats in this year's cookie book, and I had the pleasure of meeting up with Canine Tesla. She is a emotional support dog for the Lake Country Fire Department, and she tested these cookies for us. We have a sweet potato type cookie treat, and then a honey wheat flour dog bone treat. She loved them. She gave it 2 paws up.
Excellent, right. And you were saying, just in case somebody gets loose and decides to try one themselves.
They're human safe. They're human safe.
You can eat it.
I actually did try them. I mean, they're not sweet. They don't taste that great, but the dogs love them.
Okay, and
make sure Grandma knows which one she's cooking, though, right? So.
For sure. So it drops online. Anybody can get it online today. Right now, is it hot?
8 a.m.
Okay,
8 a.m. this
all right.
morning. It's going to be online. You can get it on our website, we-energies.com. Otherwise, we have 24 distribution events around the state, including Franklin today at 11 a.m. at the Milwaukee County Sports Complex. But the big event is this Saturday at American Family Field. We'll be out there at 9 o'clock ready to hand out cookie books.
Amy Johns from We Energies, thank you so much. Thank you for baking for us today. And good luck with all those events. You can also text the word cookie to the Old National Bank talk and text line, cookie, to 855-616-1620, and we will send you a link to all those distribution sites. 7:27, time for news about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up about 124 points to 33,053. The NASDAQ closed up 62 to 12,851, and the S&P 500 at 4194. That was up 27 points on the day. It's time for your retirement and investment strategy review from a fee-only fiduciary. Go to annexwealth.com and click on the Get Started button now.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
At Semperfi, we wholeheartedly believe that our reputation is everything. And around the office and work sites, I like to say that our reputation is like the little campfire we all huddle around for life. And every time we produce a project, we all have to take a little piece of that fire, and it's our responsibility to keep it going. Every time we keep a promise, it fuels the fire. Every time we deliver on an expectation, it fuels the fire. We started out as a mom-and-pop roofing shop, and the reputation we've built and our commitment to it has made us into the company we are today. I've found that people really value a company that truly cares about their reputation, and I know that it attracts the kind of like-minded individuals that we're proud to have on our team. At Semperfi, we work hard not to tarnish our reputation, and that's what will make your decision to work with us one you won't regret. We're Semperfi Roofing and Exteriors, and you can count on Semperfi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semperfi.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. Accuracy matters, so make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home and family.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
It's 7:30 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I'm Vince Vitrano. On this November 1st, early trouble on the roads as the residual snow froze over. Right over to Debbie Lansing.
Yeah, after reports of black ice in Ozaukee County, crashes that closed down the freeway, well, a little bit of good news. The 41 accident north and southbound has been cleared out, and everything's been reopened in that area. It was right around Holy Hill Road. Still going to be very slick conditions everywhere, so you still want to be extra careful. We got an accident westbound 94 at 68th Street on both shoulders, another one on 794 westbound heading through the Marquette. Also one on northbound 43 just north of Silver Spring. That one was also closed for a little bit, but that actually, as they've been able to open up one lane of traffic, so we got the two left lanes blocked. Everybody's squeezing by in that far right. We've also got an accident on 94 southbound coming out of the Plainfield curve on the left, and then another one at Elm Road on 94 southbound on the right shoulder. Looks like there might be a semi involved with that one, so that's going to be it's going to take a little bit longer to clear out of the way. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic.
Sunshine starting to come out. We will see increasing clouds today with a high of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy tonight. Low down to 31, and we're still below freezing in Milwaukee at 28 degrees.
Lots of snow on the ground in some spots. Neenah with nearly 5 inches. West Allis measuring in at 4. Burlington 3 inches. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Measurable snow has only happened 5 times. The records go back to the 1800s. So it's pretty rare that we get a measurable snow on Halloween. Lots of us remember 2019 when we had 5.4 inches, but this will be the second snowiest Halloween on record.
The complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up in 8 minutes.
A teenager accused of killing a 5-year-old boy in Milwaukee is considered a danger to society. Prosecutors say Eric Mendoza, he's 15, admitted to stabbing strangers on the street days before Prince McCree was found dead. That teen now faces charges in adult court. Criminal defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie telling TMJ4 News, any person over the age of 10 who commits a serious enough crime is charged as an adult in Wisconsin, and then it can be difficult to move that case into juvenile court.
Without a doubt, the child's attorneys are going to file for a request to return it to juvenile court. That would be an obvious and normal practice. The court's going to have a substantial hearing where there will be testimony from doctors and maybe even people involved in the investigation of the case to determine whether or not the child fits the criteria.
There's a preliminary hearing that's not yet been scheduled for Mendoza, nor the other suspect in the case, David Patura.
The City of Milwaukee Christmas tree will soon be on its way downtown.
On a frostbitten morning at 74th and Congress on Milwaukee's northwest side, crews busy with the delicate job of taking down Milwaukee's 110th Christmas tree. The tree will be transported from the city's northwest side to Deer District, which will be aptly named the Cheer District for the holiday season. And if you've ever thought, wow, I'd like to drink the Christmas tree, boughs from this year's Colorado spruce will be donated to Black Husky Brewing in River West to be turned into beer. From the northwest side of Milwaukee, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Be mindful of your mood as the nights get longer and the weather gets colder.
Therapist Megan Anderson tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News, with the rise of social media, she's seen a lot more awareness of conditions like seasonal affective disorder.
I have people coming in almost diagnosing themselves with that label.
But there's a little more to it than just being sad in the winter. Anderson says it presents with significant symptoms that are similar to depression. And she says keeping an eye on the timing of those symptoms is key.
If we start to see a historical pattern that's happening multiple years in a row, I would absolutely consider that to be the diagnosis that's appropriate.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Buy a $100 Sendik's gift card this Saturday only and get a $15 Sendik's gift card free. A free gift card this Saturday, November 4th at Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Coming up, a major cancer diagnosis thanks to AI.
News is sponsored by Griffin Ford, Griffin Chevy on Metro Auto Mall, and Griffin's Hub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Are you ready to hit the road this Thanksgiving season? Before you embark on your holiday journey, make sure your car is in tip-top shape with our special Thanksgiving offer. At Griffin, we've got your back. We're offering you an ultimate Thanksgiving treat, a full-service package for just $179.95. Here's what you get. We'll change your oil, inspect and rotate your tires, replace the air filter and wiper blades, give your car a complete multi-point inspection, check the battery, and make sure your heat is toasty warm for those chilly Thanksgiving travels. Don't risk car trouble on your way to Grandma's house or your long-awaited holiday getaway. Let Griffin ensure your car is in perfect condition so you can focus on what really matters this Thanksgiving, spending time with your loved ones. Don't miss out on the amazing offer. Visit one of Griffin's 5 service departments for details and restrictions. Griffin, your trusted partner on the road. Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours.
Hey, I know what it's like. Your knees hurt, your hip doesn't feel right, your back hurts as soon as you take that first step after waking up. Well, don't let it sideline you any longer. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Call QC Kinetics now. It's the future of pain relief. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They restore and repair that damaged joint tissue, and they do it the natural way. It's the science of using properties from your own body to bring you that lasting relief that you're looking for with no drugs and no downtime, with advanced protocols that can get you moving again. And that's what you want to be doing. Well, get started now so you can live big in 2024. Talk about a great use of your FSA and HSA. QC Kinetics offers advanced regenerative treatments, and folks are getting amazing results. Call QC Kinetics. A free consultation awaits. Call 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 7:37.
So what to make of the Packers trading Rasul Douglas right up against the deadline? Brandon Snide has sports coming up at 7:45.
Road still a mess, but getting a little bit better. We'll check in with Debbie Laska in 3 minutes. I do have some AI news for you.
It's good
news. If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I smarter than you?
So usually when we talk about AI, it's how it's going to take over the world and kill us all.
Yeah, no, not this time. This is actually good. So you know how we were talking about how AI could be used in the medical field, right? That whole idea of it being able to assist, maybe play doctor.
Turn your head and cough.
There are some things that they're doing now with AI. They're helping to diagnose a rare form of cancer faster and better than existing tests.
The team trained an algorithm to recognize a rare form of cancer, which can currently only be diagnosed through a biopsy, which often comes too late to save the patient. The result?
We found that the AI was twice as accurate as an invasive procedure.
Researcher Christina Messiou says the algorithm can now be trained to recognize more common forms of cancer. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
So twice as accurate, not invasive.
Yeah, what do they use for the sample? Like, is it like a blood test or something like that?
Be able to run the DNA, run all the...
pick something up.
Find the information there, yeah. So great news, and it's going to be used in other forms of cancer, as you heard Vicki Barker say, too, in the coming years. So all good news here.
So AI good.
Yes.
Fine. This news report brought to you by Steinhoffels. Visit them at steinhoffels.com.
Sorry, are my hands cold?
Hot sleeper? Shop Steinhoffel's Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses that feel up to 10 degrees cooler. Right now, Queen Breezes are only $83 a month when you use Steinhoffel's 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash. Only at Steinhoffels and steinhoffels.com. Steinhoffel's Furniture and Mattress Superstores have something for everyone. Shop great deals on quality living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, mattresses, and more. Plus, you can use Steinhoffel's special financing. Relax and start your shopping on steinhoffels.com today.
At Annex Wealth Management, we believe every portfolio tells a story. After all, we've analyzed thousands. Some reflect diligence and fortitude, others a mishmash of overlapping investments. When Annex reviews your portfolio, we spot what works, what might not, and then provide unbiased suggestions free from sales commissions. Every portfolio tells a story. Let's work on yours. Investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. As a fee-only fiduciary, that's our story. Head to annexwealth.com.
Whatever you do, don't buy an engagement ring or any piece of diamond jewelry until you discover the all-new Diamonds Direct, opening very soon on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. This is no ordinary jewelry store. Diamonds Direct is a global diamond powerhouse, started by former diamond wholesalers, a real direct importer bringing real price relief to Milwaukee. No middleman direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, straight from the diamond cutters. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, more diamond jewelry than you've ever seen in one place at prices you never thought possible. Why pay 20 to 30% more than you need to? Diamonds Direct is here to revolutionize how people here buy diamonds once and for all, with a staggering selection and prices that will blow you away. All this plus a stunning showroom, unbeatable warranties and guarantees, free service for life on any purchase, and a luxurious shopping experience. Diamonds Direct, Milwaukee's direct diamond importer. Opening soon on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall.
Traffic is sponsored by Weniger Compressor, ready to service any facility at pressureisoff.biz. Weniger Compressor salutes business owners who put the I can in American while treating their customers right.
Call up the boys at Weniger Compressor.
Checking in now with Debbie Lazica. That situation in Washington County much improved, but you got different trouble on the road now.
Yeah, northbound 43 remains pretty heavy ride. Just north of Silver Spring, we got the 2 left lanes blocked with a crash being worked on there. Also, accident on southbound 43 in Ozaukee County, just south of Highway 60, off on the right shoulder, a crash there. Northbound 4394 at Holt on the right. We've got one on 4394 southbound right coming out of the Plainfield curve on the left. Another one at Elm Road on the right shoulder. Looks like there may be a semi involved with that one as well. They're still working on this other accident, 794 westbound heading into the Marquette interchange. Reports of black ice, really slippery conditions no matter where you go, so extra caution is the word of the day. Hey, if you happen to see something we should know about, give us a call on the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329 if you can do so safely. Visit Hall Mazda to support their Drive Out Cancer event. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: some early sunshine and bitter cold, increasing clouds by the afternoon. Highs in the low 40s, mostly cloudy overnight with a low of 31. A cloudy sky for Thursday, but more mild as highs climb into the upper 40s. We're above 50 degrees on Friday under a mostly cloudy sky. A slight chance for some evening showers on Saturday. Clouds around with highs in the mid-50s and a better opportunity for some morning rain showers on Sunday. Mostly cloudy with a high of 58. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now, Milwaukee temp still at 28 degrees. Old National Bank talking text line blowing up with the cookie book requests. The We Energies cookie book drops online at 8 o'clock this morning, so we have a link for you to access it online if you like. And then they have distribution sites all over the state of Wisconsin beginning today. The first big one is in Franklin later this morning. The really, really big one is American Family Field. That's coming up this weekend. All of the dates and times for the in-person distribution events are up at this link. Text the word cookie to the Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620. Cookie, singular, C-O-O-K-I-E. And then we will fire off an article from the website, and it's got the link in there.
Cool.
Do you know what else you can still text? Can you still get the holiday show?
Oh, yeah, it's still up there. You can text show. Right. Yep. Show to the Old National Bank talking text line. We'll send you back to you. Get a little bit of reaction.
What was the reaction to the second annual Wisconsin's Morning News
Halloween radio show? I think for the most part it was positive. Got one person who said it was immature, which is ironic since it was written by a 12-year-old version of me.
Successful. And also, it absolutely was.
Yes, it was immature, yeah. And someone else who didn't think it was funny. But again, it's a Halloween radio show. It doesn't necessarily need to be funny. If you are interested, it is still there. Yeah, just text show or it's on the website. WTMJ.com. Either way, you can get it.
Yes, it will live on in perpetuity.
Yeah, yes. And you can compare it to last year's if you'd like.
That's that one's still up there too? The smoke? This one was way better than the smoke, wasn't it? Yes, I was going to
say, this one's a little bit better, yeah.
Okay. But almost because it was better, like worse? The worse it is, like the funnier I think it is.
That's how it rolls for you? Okay, good.
7:44, Brandon's got sports next.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. AzuraLiving.com.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first. And then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. Accuracy matters, so make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home and family.
It's time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The 2-1 Milwaukee Bucks are back to work tonight as they hit the road for the first time this season. The Bucks are in Toronto to take on the Raptors. Head coach Adrian Griffin speaking this week on what the focus should be as they get set to face off with his former team.
Well, you got to continue to execute, and that's what it just come down. This league is we're going to get the best every night, and it's 48 minutes, and we just got to continue to execute on both ends of the floor.
Bucks Raptors tip-off is all set for 6 p.m. Coverage is set to begin right here on WTMJ, your home of the Bucks, starting at 5:30. Over to baseball, where the Texas Rangers are one win away from clinching the World Series. This after an 11-7 Game 4 victory on Tuesday night.
Free of steals. The 0-1 crushed in the air, left field. Gurriel back some more at the track, at the wall. Gone! Home run. Marcus Semien will touch them all. And the Rangers have opened it up. It's a 3-run homer. And Texas now leads it 10-0.
The call on ESPN radio as the Rangers go on for the win and take a 3-1 series lead. They can close it out tonight with Game 5. That first pitch is set for 7 p.m. Over to football, where the Green Bay Packers struggles continued on earlier this week after losing to the Vikings. The Packers sent cornerback Rasul Douglas to the Bills ahead of the NFL's trade deadline on Tuesday. The Packers getting back a third-round pick. ESPN's Rob Demoski joined 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee on Tuesday to discuss the chaotic mess in Titletown.
The premise I'm operating under is that they're not sure if Jordan Love is the guy or not. But the way this roster is constructed, I'm not sure if you can tell if he's the guy or not. And the whole point of this season, in my opinion, was to figure out whether he is the guy.
The Packers will get back on the practice field later today as they continue preparation.
That makes me crazy.
For Week 9. Yeah, it's
because
you had to get one answer. That you weren't going to win a Super Bowl, but you had to identify whether your future was on your roster or not, and they have.
But they could have done that last year. I'm not right about a lot of stuff. I was right about that. I said sit Aaron Rodgers when he wasn't performing and he was hurt and all this other stuff. Give me 6-8 games with this guy, with that team, and see what you got last year, because last year wasn't going to be the year.
And you had a better roster last year.
Right.
You put your thumbprint on Jordan Love this year, but you gave him nothing.
Then you know all of that before you end up trading Aaron Rodgers, before Devontae Adams gets away, before all this other stuff. No, Devontae was already gone.
He was already gone. Right. But you still had
before all this other stuff.
Lazard and Randall Cobb and Mercedes Lewis on the. You had veterans on the roster. Now you got guys that don't even know if it's a pass or a run play.
Like,
good luck, Jordan Love.
Where do I stand on this play? What formation do I line up in?
No kidding. Yeah, well, welcome to uncharted waters.
All right, I'm going to continue yelling when Tausch comes. He joins us next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Your weekly Bucks breakdown is back.
They want to win equally as bad as I do.
Bucks Weekly on WTMJ.
Now he joins a team where you have, as he has put it, the best player in the league.
And a new year brings new faces.
You'll see that I've gotten better year after year after year after year.
Get the latest news, analysis, and insight on your Milwaukee Bucks all season long. Bucks Weekly with Justin Garcia every Monday night at 8 on WTMJ. And catch the podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Thinking about remodeling your bath or shower? Now's the perfect time to save on design and remodeling with Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, offering fast, professional installation and care for life. For 2 weeks only, Kohler Services is offering $1,500 off your shower or bath remodel from now until November 15th. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Old National Bank.
I just got your home equity loan, and this feeling of joy and exhilaration overcame me.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon we call getting old.
Wow, so I'm not the only one?
No, small business owners feel it with expansion loans. Families feel it when they're setting up trusts and 529s. Nonprofits who need financing to help the community. And anyone who needs investment advice, they all feel it.
So it's not just me?
No, you're in a pretty big club.
Like a club I can join?
I really don't.
Is there at least a secret handshake?
Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Old National. Get old. Member FDIC.
Everywhere
Everywhere you look, from groceries to utilities to gas, prices keep going up. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can dramatically help lower your energy costs year-round by replacing drafty windows and doors in as little as 6 weeks. And now you can save even more by taking advantage of no interest and no down payment for up to 36 months when you order by November 30th. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 11/30/2023.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Your Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. Debbie, looks like cars are still squeezing through this accident scene on 43 northbound.
Yeah, that far right lane is the only one that is open right now. This is an accident that happened on 43 northbound right, just north of Silver Spring. So it is pretty much solid all the way out from the Marquette up to that point. As you might expect, we've got accidents pretty much everywhere. It's not just our area either. As far north as Highway 60, southbound 43 at Highway 60 in Ozaukee County. We've even got a crash on 43 southbound with the left lane blocked in Sheboygan, right at Highway 28. So be careful with that area. Just basically all along the lakefront, we've got accidents strewn about. So that's going to be critical, especially inland, too, where the things tend to take a little bit longer to melt. Still going to be some slippery conditions all over the place. So be careful. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
I'm not right about a lot of stuff. Thank you. I never should have said that out loud. I'm not right about a lot of stuff. Did you speed that up, or is that what I really sound like? Really?
That's how you sound. You're angry.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast is sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Early sunshine today. In fact, we're seeing that peak out, and that's going to start to melt off some of this ice. Increasing clouds today with a high of 41 degrees. Mostly cloudy, low down to 31 tonight. Cloudy skies and 48 degrees your high temperature on Thursday. Friday, we get up to 54 degrees for a high under mainly cloudy skies. Weekend, mostly cloudy on Saturday, but a high of 55 with a slight chance of some rain moving in the afternoon. Sunday with a chance of rain showers and mostly cloudy, high temp up to 58. Right now, we're still at 28 in Milwaukee.
Idea Man.
You can't have any nuanced thought. Everything has to be winning and losing. And that's where I think the sportification of politics is really stupid.
Innovative.
How do we find some common ground? Sports, I'm not interested in finding common ground with the Bears. I want to throttle. And in politics, we have now gotten to the point where we just want to throttle people. We want to make them look like idiots, and then we want to bury them. I don't think that's good for anybody.
And Packers Hall of Famer.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Did you just create a term, the sportification of politics? Because it's brilliant.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by your Wisconsin Chevy dealers.
Mark Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News is sponsored by your Southeastern Wisconsin Chevy dealers. All right, Tausch, we'll pick up with where I left off on my rant. Here, ESPN's Rob Demovsky, love Demovsky, up there in Green Bay, talking about how he is wondering whether the Packers are still considering whether or not Jordan Love is their guy, and they will go about considering that through the remainder of the season. I told Eric, I'm not right about a lot of stuff, but I was right about that, why I wanted to sit Aaron Rodgers last year, why I wanted to see Jordan Love in real game action for 6 or 8 games or whatever it would have been, so that we could have had this figured out last year.
Well, listen, I think everything's always easier to look back at and second guess, but Vinny, do you think that the Green Bay Packers, who at that point had moved all in to try and win a championship, you think they would have gotten to the last game of the season being 8-8 and having a chance to win against the Detroit Lions to go to the playoffs, and then Lord knows what happens when you get in the playoffs? The answer is no, they wouldn't have. So the balancing act that you have as a front office, and especially for Brian Gutekunst, not Matt LaFleur, should only be focused on winning. He shouldn't care about any of the other stuff. But Brian Gutekunst has to look at this in a holistic deal. And I think last year he was very clear it was about winning. That's why they paid Aaron Rodgers. That's why they paid David Bakhtiari. That's why that was the case. It would be great to have more data points and to have more of an understanding of where Jordan Love was at. And that's why I'm a little bit confused about the approach to go all young everywhere on skill, it has not worked. And I'm all for guys trying things and doing things that are unique and different, because I've never seen a group of skilled players that are this young without any veteran at all around, and they just don't. So when you're trying to evaluate Jordan Love, it's been really difficult, because the first couple weeks you're like, man, this looks pretty good. And then it starts dropping off, and you wonder, well, does this mean that Jordan Love isn't any good? Or is it, why are there two dudes standing in the same spot on the field multiple times? Is that Jordan Love's fault? It's not. Jordan Love lays one up in the end zone. Christian Watson gets two hands on it, and he doesn't catch it. Is that Jordan Love's fault? So has Jordan Love been great? No. But he has not been as bad or as, well, he can't play. I just heard on Evan Cohen's show Unsportsmanlike, Chris Canty, his co-host, basically say there's not one quarterback in the league that you wouldn't take over Jordan Love. And I'm thinking to myself, well, come on, man. That's crazy talk too. So there is this process, and they signed him to 2 years. They've given him 2 years. They didn't pick up the option. They grabbed him for 2. And unless things spiral where you know that he's not any good and he can't play, which I would definitely not say is the case at this point, you let the season play out. But, yeah, Vinny, do you really think you'd feel that much better if you saw him play the last 5 weeks and he looked exactly like this? Does that make you think,
what would
yep,
I know
he's
now
our guy?
Yes. I don't know that I would. Now, let me ask you this, though. To your point now about whether the drill is make the tournament, anything can happen. And I agree with that. We've seen that over the years. I mean, the Packers, last time we won the thing, we were the 6th seed, just barely slid in and won the whole darn thing. So I agree with that. Does what happened now up against the trade deadline, getting rid of a veteran instead of adding one or two, does that mean the Packers are not all in on this season? Like they're out? We're out of the tournament?
Well, they haven't been all in on the season from the jump. Just look at the way they built the team and how it was going. I think we all thought they're going to be lucky or incredibly. Everything needs to break the way that it would have had to have been almost perfection for them to get to 8, 9, 10 wins. That's just the reality of, I think, understanding you have 50 or 60 million in dead cap space that not even here. But I thought yesterday was a very public acknowledgement that, yeah, we're going to do what we think is best for the future of this team, and that doesn't mean 2023. So for all of us that kind of thought, well, if things can pick up and you can get better, this team needs to start improving. That's what I've been saying the whole year. It has not. But Rasul Douglas was one of your best players. He brings an edge to your team. I loved everything about Sewell. Since he's been picked up, he has been great for this program. And you decide that it's best to move on for, in essence, a 4th-round pick. You get a 3rd, but you give up a 5th. Does that tell you that you're really looking to win big this year? The answer is no. But now you give these other young players a chance to develop, and you hope that everything falls exactly the way you do and you win some games and you feel better about the future. But yesterday was a pretty good acknowledgement that this season is not going to be, not that anybody thought it was, a championship season, because it's not.
I think you made me think I'm not right about this either. I said I wasn't.
That's good.
Right.
I like to.
Right, there you go.
All I really want to do is make you think, Vinny. I'm not saying it's going to be right, wrong, or I just don't want you to be indifferent. That's all.
I'm certainly not that. Thanks, my friend. Trivia tomorrow.
You got it, guys.
Business headlines are up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Teddy Nichol.
A Pan-Asia supermarket is proposed for construction next year at the West Allis Town Center. It would fill a former Kmart space on West Greenfield Avenue. The store would sell Asian grocery products and also have a cafe. A $14 million investment by BRP Incorporated and Sturdivant will expand the manufacturer's production of Sea-Doo Switch pontoon boats. It's upgrading its existing Sturdivant facility and is to build a shipping operation in the village to store boats before they're distributed. Milwaukee business and education leaders are among those tapped for a new state task force examining the impact of artificial intelligence on Wisconsin jobs. The group will make recommendations to the governor for policies and investments that could help the economy adapt to AI. I'm Teddy Nykel with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
We asked people why they sold their homes to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
We looked at a few businesses that purchase homes, and Grandview seemed to be the one that had it together. Not only did we receive a fair offer, but we were able to take as much time as we needed and could leave the house a mess.
Whether you have a hard-to-sell home, want a stress-free sale, or simply need to sell your home fast, Grandview Homes is the name you know and the name you can trust. Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
Home and auto insurance is getting more expensive these days. Here's Jeff Salazinski, VP of Insurance Operations at R&R Insurance.
Thank you, Vince. Multiple years of inflation are making this homeowners and auto insurance market difficult for buyers. In today's market, buyers need options. Agents that can only provide a quote from one company cannot create competition for you that brings you the best price. Secondly, these same agents and their one company option are passing along huge price increases this year. Your path to a better price is through creating competition. R&R Insurance works with over 20 A-rated insurance companies. Don't settle for just one quote.
So, Jeff, what's the solution?
With 48 years of stability, local family ownership, and deep industry knowledge, R&R Insurance will be focused on you and will build a strategy to make sure your family has the right protection and a competitive price. At R&R Insurance, we know home and auto insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
It wasn't the Ice Age that wiped out the dinosaurs. It was these guys.
Spins around him and goodness gracious, takes it all out on that rim. One hand slam.